it should be extremely easy to open that door. And if there ever was a tekufa in Klal Yisrael, if there ever was an era that the door should be easy to open, it is now. There is an unbelievable gaon, a spine-tingling gaon, that we don't know where the gaon got this from, but what the Vilma gaon tells us is Torah Emes. Zok der gaon that the last Sefer of the Torah, Sefer Dvarim, is Keneged, the last Alfi Shana of the world. We have, the Chazal tell us that Shis Alfi Shani Hava Alma, that the world will exist for 6,000 years. Now we're in year 5748. We are in the last 1,000 years, the last millennium of the world. Zok der gaon that Sefer Dvarim tells us about our time. There are 10 parshias in Sefer Dvarim, if you count Nitzavim Vayelech as one parsha. Each of those 10 parshas, Zok der gaon is mechuvid keneged one of the centuries of those 1,000 years. Zok der gaon, you know what the century of 1940 to 2040 is. You know which parsha is mechuvin keneged our century, the century of 1940 to 2040. It is Parshat Yishavim Vayelech. And you don't have to be a historian, and you don't have to be a Yedei of Chumash. You just have to read the words of the text, and you see that this is 1940 to 2040. The pasuk says that there will be a terrible destruction. Gofis v'melach sreifa kol arza, v'omru kol hagoyim, al me'asa Hashem kocha la'aretz hazos, me'achari ha'af hagoro hazeh. There will be such a phenomenal destruction that even the goyim will wonder, what did these people do that they should deserve such a terrible fate? V'omru al asher azvu es bris Hashem elokei avaisam. It's because they strayed from the Torah. Vayitzeim Hashem me'alat masam. And the Rebbeinu Shalom took them out of that land, and He dispersed them into another land. And that's 1940. But it doesn't end. V'haya ki yavo olecha kol hadvarim ha'ila habracha v'haklola asher nosati lefanecha. That after this terrible destruction will happen, that will begin in 1940. The pasuk says, v'hashay v'isa elavavecha v'chol hagoyim asher hidichacha Hashem elokecha shama. There will be a phenomena called the tshuva movement. And people will do tshuva. As they state in the Torah about 1940 and 2040. And it won't be confined to any specific land. There'll be tshuva all over the world. There'll be tshuva in Israel. There'll be tshuva in America. There'll be tshuva in Russia. There'll be tshuva Yibral. V'haviacha Hashem Elokecha el haaretz asher yorsha avosecha v'mishta. Zok der gaon that the Torah touches up our century. Our century is a century of terrible destruction to be followed by a phenomena of tshuva. And if we're fortunate to live post that terrible destruction, don't we have a terrible achrayus and a meshunidik responsibility to do tshuva? Someone once came to the Ger Rebbe The Ger Rebbe asked him, where are you learning? So he says, I'm learning in Yeshiva Or Sameach, but I'm not a Baal Tshuva. The Ger Rebbe looked at him and said, Farvos nit. Why not? And that's a question that we all have to answer. If we look around us and we see that people can change their lives, that people can turn around their lives, can't we make the small adjustment